Hi everyone, this is Raj Gavurla for Facebook Live today at 3:30, and this session is on all about life. Let me scoot over here a little bit, and it is all about life. So in life, what is really the meaning of life? Well, we touched on this before, and if you were on my Facebook Live sessions, video number 2 and video number 2 yesterday or Tuesday at 3:30, and video number 2 at 4 o'clock. The one at 3:30 was your sports performance, or not sports performance, but your performance in life. And then the one at 4 was experiencing innovation and entrepreneurial leadership. And so today, our focus is going to be on it's all about life, or all about life. And if you want to know what your environment consists of, watch one of those or both of those videos, because they're a little different based on whether you're in a business setting or if you're in an entrepreneurial or innovation setting. And what I covered there were your environment is your surroundings. So there's the physical environment, there's the mental environment, there's the social environment, there's the people environment, there's the culture environment, and then there's the political or relationship environment. I go into more detail on those videos, so watch those videos. However, today, all about life, I want to talk with you and give you the gift of people and dreams. This is very, very important because there is absolutely every reason in the world why you should live your greatest dreams and pursue them. However, a lot of people don't do it, and it's because of family pressure, peer pressure, friendship pressure, or it may be just their own internal thinking, feeling, heart, thinking that that's just so far out there. And I understand those fear mechanisms, and it does take courage, but most importantly, it takes believing in your ability to succeed. And so in people and dreams, what's the most important is for you to realize these greatest dreams are yours. They're not your parents. They're not your friends. They are not your colleagues. They are not your peers. They are not your coaches. They are not your teammates. So that's essential for you to realize. Now, how do we function then around these people? Because these people are obviously an important part of your life. And your family and your friends, you want them in your life. They're very important. I talk with so many people, and sometimes they tell me that they're estranged from their parents or their family, or specific friendships just have been toxic, and some of it is understandable. Actually, all of it's understandable. However, with the right communication skills, or the best communication, a lot of it can be thwarted away. So communications is essential. And so when we look at dreams, and you have your greatest dreams, I don't know what those are, but I would, of course, love to talk with you about that. However, those are your greatest dreams. Now you need the right support services, support system to help you accomplish those dreams and invest in that. So now let's get to how people function in helping you, supporting you, assisting you, or what is their role in you living your greatest dreams? So let's first start with family. Let's start with your parents and your siblings. Dreams are broken up with people's involvement on a macro level, which is a large level, and then on a micro level, which is a much smaller level. Okay? A smaller level and then a large level. And so on a macro level, that's where your parents are. That's where your siblings are. That's where your close friends are. They're on a micro level or a macro level. And because they're on a macro level, they have their own dreams actually and goals and aspirations for you. And for parents, as you get into adulthood, they probably want you to get a good job, do something that's not too hard on you, whatever their perception of being too hard on you is, or too challenging for you is. They have a certain image of you. And if you don't fit into that image, then it's challenging to explain to them why you have this greatest dream of yours that doesn't align perfectly or even align at all with what they see you as. And then they also then want you to probably meet someone and then get married. And those are their aspirations for you, your parents. And of course, they want to be proud, and I'm sure they are, of who you are as a person. Your siblings are very similar. They probably aren't as concerned with some of the things that parents are, but they have an image. Your close friends have an image. They're also thinking about the things that you're thinking about on a macro level. So like dating someone, finding when it's meant to be the right person to marry. They're on a macro level, talking about each other's family. What are your sisters or brothers doing? How are your parents? All of those things. And that is a great support. Realize that sometimes that support doesn't also transfer into the micro level. So in the macro level, they're there for those macro things, the big things in life. You know, maybe you had a birth of a child, whatever it may be, celebrating your birthday, those kind of things. But it's the micro level on a lower scale, the details, the actual clear goals, the vision, the mission, the aspirations that and dreams, greatest dreams, they're directly involved with you accomplishing your greatest dreams. And a lot of times these greatest dreams are vocational or professional, job oriented. What do you want to do with your life professionally? And this is where you need the right support services, the right support system. Invest in that. Because all your macro people want to know is that you have been taking care of the micro. Okay? And the micro people, although they appreciate the macro, they're not as concerned or as putting as much emphasis or energy into your macro life. So in your micro life, This is where your peers are, your colleagues are, your teammates, your coaches, other people, your doctors, your performance consultants and coaches. Those people are on your micro level. And they're the ones that are actually supporting you with their support services to make it easier and to show you you can go much further than you possibly ever could all by yourself. Now, of course, it's important that we have the best people so that we can make the advancements and the experience, the intelligent breakthroughs that we want. And so that's what I have for you today on this Facebook Live session, is to realize what the different ways people in your life affect your greatest dreams. Are they on a micro level, or are they on a macro level, or are they on a micro level? And some will be on both levels. And those are the ones that obviously are very, very supportive, very, very encouraging, very, very motivating and inspiring. And they're the ones that are so invigorating. Now, the one thing I want to point out is stop trying to convince those people in your macro level to buy into your micro level, and then stop trying to convince the micro level to buy into your macro level, because they're there to serve you or serve or support in a different aspect, in a different way, in a different role. And I know it can be hard, it can be challenging to know that they really don't see you as whatever it is your greatest dreams are, and it's very hard for them to be supportive in that nature or in that regard. And what you need to do is to filter the conversation so that you actually have conversations and discussions about those macro level items or those micro level items, the micro level items. And that's very, very important for you, because early on, when I wanted to be an expert that speaks professionally on performance and life consulting and coaching, people looked at me like, you are an electrical engineer. You have a great job. You're smart. You're intelligent. What has gotten into your mind? And no matter how hard I tried to convince them, and it was hard, because I really did expect them to be supportive and encouraging, but they weren't. And so finally, after years, although I was making breakthroughs, my macro people involved with my greatest dreams weren't really interested, didn't really want to hear it. If I went to a birthday party or a family outing, they didn't want to talk about Raj and where he's been and what convention he's at or conference at, where he's speaking, what is he doing in performance consulting and coaching. No, they really don't. And I had to accept that. And that's just the way it is. Now, in the future, will they change or evolve? I'm sure they will. Because obviously, as one starts to receive or accomplish more success, it's a lot easier for them to see, hey, he's really doing it. But the words that they originally expressed and they continue to express for years were not words that were very motivating and inspiring, and sometimes they just lodged into me and it took a while to process them out. However, having my micro people in my life, those people, actually, the ones that are providing the support services, getting around people who had greatest dreams similar to mine, they were encouraging. They were very supportive. They were examples that I could look at and say, wow, I can take it to the next level. And so I want you to focus on that. I want you to really think about the people in your life and how they affect your greatest dreams. Are those people on a macro level, or are they on a micro level? And to realize who you might have that's on both levels. And it's very rare, very, very rare, extremely rare to have someone on both levels in everything that you want as far as your greatest dreams. And maybe it should be that way, because the most important person that has to believe in their ability to succeed and live their greatest dreams is you. Hopefully you're looking forward to this evening. You've got a meaningful trigger set and you have some fun and enjoyment this evening. I know what I will be doing. I will be watching the NBA playoffs. So have fun this evening. Think about the words that I said. All about life. Live your greatest dreams.